Hello, this is Archie Dunlop from archiedunlop.com on Monday, June the 28th, 2010. I want to talk a bit about the partial eclipse of a moon which happened last weekend. Now, an eclipse of a moon is a type of full moon. Now, when you have a full moon, what this means is that the sun, the moon and the earth are lined up with the earth in the middle. So from the Earth's perspective, the sun and the moon are opposition each other. Now, when you have an eclipse, this lineup is very exact. It's not just a horizontal lineup, it's also a vertical lineup. In this eclipse, it's a partial eclipse, so the lineup is not absolutely perfect, but it's pretty good. So when you've got an eclipse, it's going to have an impact on the world around us, and we might experience some changes. And this eclipse was very close to the planet Pluto, and I believe that over the next fortnight, perhaps longer, many of us are going to undergo a certain feeling of transformation. We're going to feel that something really has come to an end. So it's a time to take a close look at what we've been doing with our lives over the last few months, certainly since the beginning of 2010, and consider what we need to do to make the most of our potential. Now, one astrological technique that is used to really try to understand eclipses and other astrological phenomena is to set up a chart for the precise moment that the event happens, and also to focus it on particular locations on Earth. Now, if you took the precise time of last Saturday's eclipse and you set it for London, you would see that the planet Saturn was exactly on the ascendant. Now, Saturn is the planet of restriction and the planet of coming down to Earth with a bump. So it's very interesting that the day after the eclipse, England was knocked out of the World Cup. And to me, it really was clear that England had no chance of winning the World Cup. You know, there really wasn't any chance whatsoever. I mean, astrologically, it was definitely going to lose. It was at some stage. And that eclipse on Saturday, with Saturn exactly on the ascendant, really was the icing on the cake. So I'm sorry to go on about football. The World Cup, I suppose, is drawing to a close, and after it's finished we can get back to normal. Anyway, that's something to think about. Eclipses, they can affect us in many different ways. Now, looking forward to next weekend, and the moon is in Aries and it's moving towards a favourable aspect with Venus. And I think that next weekend, and if you're in America that's the July the 4th weekend, I think next weekend is going to be really good. It's going to be a great weekend for partying and for having fun and for doing things that are really exciting. So make the most of it and have a good week.